Ever stand in the grocery aisle, totally baffled by a nutrition label? You're not alone. Think you're eating healthy? Food labels are designed to fool you. Here's how to fight back. We're going to decode those confusing labels together, step by step. Let's do this. Okay, let's be real. Food labels can feel like they were written in a foreign language. Food manufacturers know the average shopper spends about 5 seconds looking at a label. So what do? They hide unhealthy stuff behind clever names that sound a whole lot healthier than they actually are. Ever see evaporated cane juice on an ingredient list and think, ooh, sounds natural? Guess what? It's just sugar. And don't even get me started on partially hydrogenated oil. That's code for trans fat, one of the worst things you can put in your body. The food industry knows how to play the game. They use these tactics to make us think we're making healthy choices, when in reality we're being misled. But don't worry, I'm about to give you the knowledge to see through the smoke and mirrors. Let's dive into some of the most common label tricks so you can spot them a mile away. First up, no sugar added. Sounds great, right? But here's the catch, it doesn't mean sugar-free. Food companies know we're trying to cut back on sugar, so they swap it out for artificial sweeteners which come with their own set of health concerns. These artificial sweeteners might trick your taste buds, but they can wreak havoc on your gut health and even mess with your metabolism. Next up, multigrain. Sounds healthy, like something your grandma would approve of, right? But here's the thing, multigrain just means it contains more than one type of grain. Most of the time, multigrain products are still primarily made with refined white flour which has been stripped of its nutrients. So don't be fooled by the healthy-sounding name. Check the ingredient list to make sure whole grains are listed first. And finally, the granddaddy of them all, fat-free. When food companies remove fat, they often add something else to compensate for the flavor, usually sugar. Remember, fat is not the enemy. It's excess sugar that's causing so many health problems. Chapter 3. There's groundbreaking research emerging about how ultra-processed foods, even those marketed as healthy, might actually be changing our brains. These foods are often engineered to be hyper-palatable, meaning they're loaded with sugar, salt and fat, in just the right amounts to make us crave more, even when we're full. It's like they hijack our brain's reward system, making it harder to control our cravings. Studies are showing that these ultra-processed foods can actually rewire our brains to crave more food, not less. This can lead to overeating, weight gain, and a whole host of health problems. So the next time you're tempted by a cleverly marketed health food, remember this. It's not just about what the label says. It's about how that food is designed to make you feel, both physically and mentally. Chapter 4. Okay, let's get practical. I'm going to give you a simple 30-second system for decoding any food label. Ready? First things first, serving size. Always check the serving size because the rest of the information on the label is based on that one serving. And often that serving size is way smaller than what we'd typically eat in one sitting. Sneaky, right? Next up, added sugars. Look for added sugars on the label, it's usually listed in grams. Anything over 5 grams of added sugar per serving is a red flag for me. And finally, the ingredient list. Aim for products with short, recognizable ingredient lists. Ideally, foods your grandmother would recognize as food. That's it. 3 simple steps, 30 seconds or less, and you'll be well on your way to making healthier choices. Chapter 5. Now that you're a label-reading ninja, let's talk strategy. Here are my top tips for navigating the grocery store like a pro. First up, shop the perimeter. This is where you'll find the real food-fresh produce, lean proteins, and healthy fats. The inner aisles are where the processed stuff tends to lurk. Stick to the perimeter as much as possible and you'll be good to go. Next, embrace the 5-ingredient rule. When in doubt, choose products with 5 ingredients or less. This is a quick and easy way to weed out the ultra-processed stuff and focus on whole, minimally processed foods. And finally, remember, food should be delicious. Healthy eating shouldn't feel like a chore. Outro. Congratulations. You've just leveled up your nutrition knowledge. You now have the tools to decode those tricky food labels and make informed choices for your health. Understanding labels is your secret weapon against hidden junk. It's time to take control of your health, starting with what you put on your plate. Subscribe for weekly nutrition upgrades, and check out my short on hidden sugars pinned below. I'm here to support you every step of the way.